All right, we've got the papers. We'll get to them in just a moment. But first,
let's get to our Drive Safe campaign brought to us by Joy News and the Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota Ghana Company Limited. Toyota, superior quality. So avoid all distractions. Keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel. And that's how to ensure your safe arrival. You can also search the hashtag Drive Safe campaign on Instagram when you're free and watch videos of how road accidents are taking lives.
Let's learn how to say it right. And it's brought to you by the Korba payment app, Korba Alive Simplified, and Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability is their hallmark.
Something must be done.
It's going to be a rather trying day today. It wasn't until I got to the studio doors that I realized I'd left my electronic ID card at home. Now I'll have to rely on others to buzz me in and out all day. On the bright side, this has provided us with the perfect expression for say it right. I left my ID card at home. That is the correct expression. Not, I forgot my ID card at home. I forgot to bring it to work, but home is where I left it. If I say I forgot it at home, that sounds more as if I suffered a bout of forgetfulness while I was at home. But what I really want to say is that I came without my ID card. I left it at home. It would also be correct to say I forgot to bring my ID card to work. But from now on, we know it is not correct to say I forgot it at home. Not if we're saying it right.
One of the major sources of errors in the English language is mother tongue influence.
Someone is translating directly from.
So, So then you bring it straight into English. And so it's important to let people realize that, English is not our language.
But I actually realized that it would be even more accurate to have said Mija Wofi, which is I left.
I left. But some, a lot of people say, so then they bring it into English and say, I forgot it at home.
All right then. So let's figure out what's in the papers. But first, I'm being reminded that today is the day that the NDC is going on a Yintia demonstration. I remember a few days ago they did a press conference about it. That's where this Okada rider had some interesting questions. Okay. Now he spoke in Chi, but I think we can play it just because, it's another aspect of this thing to think about. Let's hear this Okada rider asking questions at the NDC press conference.
Say, you're not a free north, you're not a free. Say, Baumia is saying, Sika Manabusian for. Only the West country Ebia and Kano. Truck push our push truck at scraps. Yana ye Juma, mostly Yana ye Juma Okada business. No. And yes, Yashada so another Juma Nefo. A Juma any one my munti. Nana go for the catch them and say, yet is castle, a commodity. But one Casasica walk with me bottom. And now I can't tell me say Sika, I will be for Sika. Obi fufuro bottom and I eba yi edi aye ne aye no yahu since 2017 e bedru ne yesi se ke besi uso a anka ye hye wo ma ena Johnson ase do ketia kan asem bi ameti wo masumu se wo ma mi ewu na ya kasa wo ma mi ewu na wo si wo nwu ye wada wo won se wansa pobre e start so mu ra window mu a obenya safo ye bunu be na mbom ye nka na asem Thursday Okada rider bia Thursday ye delivery mo bia wa obe wode aduane no for car ne koto wa obe wode aduane no for car ne koto Thursday motor rider bia ni wonu mu a ye be ye adwuma kwesi se ye ne na akufo ado be ka amana ati ase se sika ne ye nibi ye ntua.
All right. So this, actually, we started off from after he asked the questions. I really like the questions he asked. I was more interested in those. But anyway, this is the Okada rider talking about how President Akufo-Addo promised us that yetisikaso so come. So we have lots of money, yet we're hungry, right? We're sitting on money, but we're hungry. he didn't tell us that the money we're sitting on is actually the money in our pockets that he intends to take from, right? This is his perspective on the e-levy. Then he goes on to say that Okada riders are not going to operate today in protest, and so if you want food, go and buy it yourself.
Well,
I just remembered I have some vegetables in my fridge, so
yeah, you might as well, go home and have those vegetables, because as it stands now, it's not. But later on the show, I'll tell you something about your Tisikasu company, because many of we always talk about how we have resources in this country. Having resources doesn't mean that you are rich. Having resources doesn't mean that you are rich. A simple course in resource perception and management will tell you that your ability to exploit the resource only becomes possible when you overcome certain resistances, including technical know-how and finance. You don't have them. We're always talking. And corruption too. If you overcome all of these things.
The president, he's a very wonderful guy. He knew of the money he was talking about. It's not the resources. No, not those ones. He's saying that, and this conversation we had before, leaders of the NPP told us that we can curtail corruption. We can, in fact, the reference to this Auditor General's report also came out big time.
But that's what
all of the other avenues were mentioned.
I talked about that you must overcome corruption.
I don't think it was natural resources.
You must overcome resources.
Yes.
Resources, I said.
Yes.
You must overcome resistances, which includes corruption. Have we overcome them?
So are you saying you're anti-Sikaso?
Say you're anti-Sikaso, no. You must do something right. What we have not done.
Okay.
Let me get into the papers. We'll come back. We've not done those things. You see, when you are in opposition, you can see a lot of things. But politics is the art of the possible and the attainable. Not everything that you know you can achieve. You know you can't do it. Then you say it. Daily graphic.
Yes.
Government spends my head is aching, but let me continue. Government spends 662.5 million on COVID-19. Now, that's a story on page 16 of the Daily Graphic. And so, according to a story done by Vincent Amenuveve, the government spent about 662.5 million to address issues relating to COVID-19 pandemic in 2021. Listen, an additional 305 million out of the 430 million received from the World Bank was expended on COVID-19 related issues. Issues relating to the COVID-19 disease pandemic. An additional 305 million spent on COVID-19 related issues. Now, these funds were used to, provide PPEs, cleaning materials, sanitizer, paper towels, vehicles, infection prevention, control, commodities, drugs. And we are told that the expenditure also covered government's provision of free water and electricity, the establishment of 15 World Bank treatment centers across the country. And Kweku Ajimamenu says they are ready for the auditors. Now, I just went for the 2020 budget, and it talks about the funding sources for 2021 budget following the impact of COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, now donor funds is 1.7 billion. Government of Ghana financing, which says COVID-19 related expenditure, 4.5 billion. In Appendix C, 4C of the 2022 budget, we're told that in 2021 we spent COVID related expenditure is some 6.293 billion. If I look at what I'm seeing here, 6.293 billion.
Okay.
So the government of Ghana COVID-19 related expenditure is 4.5 billion. Donor funds, and here you have World Bank health interventions, $200 million, and that translates to 1.153 billion. Korea, which helped us to provide some chips compound plus the COVID-19 vaccine procurement, 3,747,000. And Korea, again, medical equipment provision in response to COVID-19, 172 million. So these figures that we're hearing, if you compare it to what we have in the budget, they just don't tally. But he says it's ready for auditors, so we expect the auditors to come in there. Ghana Card Now e-passport, valid for 44,000 airports. And comes to the photograph of the vice president. We're told that yesterday the International Civil Aviation Organization gave its seal of approval for the Ghana card as well as its future biometric equivalents to be used as official documentation at all 197 International Civil Aviation Organization compliant countries and 44,000 airports worldwide.
Now, this is actually a promise that was made last year, right? November 2021. Vice President Baumia announced that the Ghana card would be recognized globally as an e-passport. I think this was when he was at Ashesi University. Let's hear what he said.
An e-passport that contains biometric information that can be used to authenticate the identity of travelers. The government, since this year, has been working with the International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, to globally activate the e-passport function of the Ghana card.
That's when they'll be able to travel home with it. So yeah, that has now been fulfilled.
Yes.
And as we understand it, it kicks in from when?
The end of the second quarter this year. That's after the Ghana Immigration Service links its system to the NIA architecture for data integration. And we're told by this approval, Ghanaians living in a diaspora who hold the Ghana card can board any flight to Ghana without the requirement of a visa or any other travel document. Finally, Ghana Airport Company Limited's MD's appointment terminated, and Backpage Lands Ministry to revamp VALCO.
Now, the Daily Statesman is reporting this morning, Napo has kept faith with the people. This is the ministry he has, the Energy Ministry, telling us that. Now, Ghana card now, e-passport is also on the front page, and it comes with this, the Statesman saying, Bamia vindicated, and criminal summons against fleeing. That's how they call their Ascend North MP. That's been secured from yesterday. NDC is against government's transformation effort. So the NPP held a press conference yesterday talking about responding to what the former President Mahama and others have said about the e-levy. And you were talking about COVID expenditure.
Yes.
Now, the health minister says, give credit to the president in the COVID battle. He talks about the fact that there's been global recognition of Ghana and South Korea, who he says have been recognized as the only two countries that manage the virus well globally. So regardless of what everybody was saying, we have done so well. So we need to give the president some credit. That's according to the minister. There is one more story that's interesting here. Baumia urges youth to avoid naysayers, and that is the vice president who was giving some thoughts on at the Gomoa Fete in the central region when he asked some 500 youth to make sure that they take on the charge. Of course, this was organized by the Christian Council of Ghana. That's the vice president speaking. There's been a lot of talk about the vice president not speaking on e-levy. And that recently we have heard him on so many platforms and so many things. But it looks like the e-levy,
yes, he's not speaking on the e-levy yet. Maybe he would.
Hopefully he will do so.
Yes, the Business and Financial Times, Ghana card is now e-passport. Otumfo's achievements monumental. Baumia Chief Justice President Kufuor President Mahama received coin, and $13.2 billion saved in power purchase agreement renegotiations. And Airports Company MD fired, also on the front page of the Business and Financial Times.
Now, the Business Finder is reporting this morning, EcoBank rewards its 6 customers in double salary promo. Government to revamp VALCO to support integrated aluminium industry. And there's one about the approval given to Ghana card as e-passport to 44,000. But this time they add the number of countries, 197 countries.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, yeah. I wanted to think about the countries that I wanted to go to. But they,
you didn't say you can go there like that when you're coming into Ghana.
Yeah. I want to tell the countries I'll go to and come back to Ghana.
Okay, the Chronicle says, Proverbs chapter 7, verse 14, I had to offer sacrifices, and today I have paid my vows, it says. Hooray, Baumia's e-passport promise delivered. International Civil Aviation Organization gives approval. And I can't slight the people of Enche, says suspended second D mayor. Comes with this photograph on the front page.
Now, the Daily Guide has criminal summons for Canada MP and sacked KIA boss shocked. And yesterday, if you were part of those who were inspecting the Magdan Aviation Facility at the KIA, you'd see the look on his face when the gentleman in the media was asking him about, we are told, Mr. Kwakwa, that you are no longer in office. So, no, I've not received anything like that. I am so convinced that I am in office. And
the journalist asked, so how will you feel if it's true? If it's true, will you be shocked?
So that basically came in. But this is 9 clear days after he asked the Magdan Aviation to stop work for review. But the committee in Parliament that was investigating that says the stakeholders are satisfied with the Magdan Aviation Facility at KIA.
All right, let's do the online review brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest, Goyle Good Energy, and Enterprise Life. No matter how much you make for a living, Enterprise Life has life solutions carefully crafted for you. Enterprise Life, your advantage.
And Goyle has good news for you because Goyle is rewarding its prepaying Go card customers with 2 pesos discount per liter on fuels, and you also get to enjoy discount on lubricants at Goyle stations nationwide. So elevate your goodness by joining Go Club. The Goyle Go Club today and enjoy up to 3 pesos per liter discount on fuel, amazing discount on lubricant purchases, and free life insurance cover by My Life Insurance. Join the Go Club by visiting Goyle stations or offices, Goyle website, registration.goyle.com.gh, and all Goyle social media platforms. Goyle Good Energy, Goyle, Yayedim.
All right, and that story about how the Ghana card can now be used as an e-passport in 44,000 airports across the world is on myjoyonline.com. Go check it out alongside other stories. Sam George is challenging the majority leader to name some NDC MP who sent a cake to them. Anyway, the BBC News Now brought to you by Fidelity Bank, believe with us, British Airways, and Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
This year, I will plan my finances. This year, I will not waste money. This year, I will start investing small for me and my family's future peace of mind. This year, no, it will be because...
It go be is not a plan, oh.
Financial independence is possible. Think smart, invest now. Call EDC now on 0302-634-165 or send a WhatsApp to 0595-235-065 to get started on an investment plan today. Alternatively, visit any EcoBank branch or sign up online at ecobank.com/SWAM. EDC Investment Limited, a member of the EcoBank Group.
I nearly gave up on driving out of frustration. What hadn't I done? Purging, replacing electrical parts, changing my fuel pump, and still the engine noise in my car wouldn't stop. Then I met this guy who said I should try Goyle Fuel. By the way, my name is Thomas. I did try Goyle Super XP Ron 95. Now my car is renewed. Yankonkwa!
Goyle stocks only higher grade fuels, further enriched with XP3 multifunctional enhancer. More efficient, eco-friendly, and at no extra cost. Available at every Goyle station. Ajibebia. Goyle Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP. Higher grade fuels. Excellent for modern engines and all vehicles. Goyle. Good energy. Yeah, dear.
Hey, Evercoco, what brings you to my house this early morning? I hope all is well.
All is never well with me, Onikbabo. After paying 3 times for the land for my project, the construction workers are now giving me wahala. From material overestimation to small stealing. I am tired.
I told you so, Evercoco.
It's all